everyone, this is Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming on a different camera, so hopefully the quality is a little bit better. You guys can comment below and tell me if you like this better than how I usually film or the way I usually film better. Just let me know what you guys prefer. Anyways, I am going to be filming my hospital bag, and after I film this video for you guys, I will be filming my baby's hospital bag, so stay tuned for that. They may go up the same day, so you might be able to watch both back to back. If not, I will try to have them up pretty close together, that way you guys can check out both videos. I am using my carry-on travel suitcase to take my hospital stuff with me. It is a hard shell suitcase, so right now with everything going on with COVID, I'm kind of weird about certain things and not being able to wipe everything down. So this is what I am packing for my hospital bag. You can use any kind of suitcase, a backpack, a tote, just kind of depending on whatever you think is going to fit what you need. I would recommend something that you can clean for sure though, especially right now. And this is what I am bringing with the thought of how COVID will most likely affect my delivery. Usually with your first time baby, my hospital would keep you for at least 48 hours to make sure everything's going well with you and with baby, but because of COVID, my midwife has told me that I will most likely only be spending about 24 hours after delivery in my hospital. So I did plan that in mind when I was packing my hospital bag. I didn't want to overpack a lot of stuff if it wasn't going to be necessary. I can always have my husband or my mother-in-law, whoever is there with me, grab something for me if I need it, because somebody will have to come back to the house to care for our dog while we are gone. So I tried to not overpack. Let's hope this is a minimalistic style of hospital bag. Okay, so my suitcase is divided into two sides. One side has all of my clothing items in it, and then the other side has some extra items, and I will just start on one side and work my way to the other. The first thing right on top here is some shoes. I'm just going to show you one, but it's a Croc. I love these things. They're great for shower shoes or even great for just walking around the hospital. So I recommend some type of shoes for something like that. If you like slippers, I would definitely say to bring in your slippers. I hate having my feet being hot, so I did not pack socks. I did not pack slippers. If you get your feet cold and you want to have something like that on, I would definitely recommend socks, slippers, something like that that will help keep your feet warmer. Or if you are giving birth in the winter, that might just be another option that you would like. It's going to be very hot here when I give birth, so Crocs are a great option for me. Next over here I have this little see-through pocket, which is really nice, and I have a few things in this pocket. This is kind of like my electronics. I have these two 10-foot iPhone cords, so one for me and then one for whoever is going to be in the hospital with me. Right now my hospital is allowing one guest to stay with me, and they are allowed to come and go, so I have two just in case. I have been told it's really nice to have long phone chargers because there's a good chance that your plug-in for your phone may be far away from your hospital bed, and who doesn't like to be able to be on their phone, post pictures, everything while they are in the hospital. So highly recommend these. I also have my little wireless headphones, and this is just my little carrying case for them. These are fully charged and ready to go. I have a playlist for kind of like a hypno-birthing type experience, so I want to make sure I can listen to this while I'm laboring, and I don't have to worry about everyone else hearing it, and I don't have to deal with listening to everybody, because these do block out anyone talking in the background, so I can really focus on my breathing and focus on what's going on with me. And then the other thing I have on this side is a pack of gum. I have been told, and I have discussed this with my midwife, about eating during labor, and if my midwife is there, she says she's okay with me eating, but a lot of doctors and midwives do not want you to eat because there is a chance that you could have a cesarean, and they don't want to have food in your stomach when you have a cesarean. So if you can't eat food, I would definitely recommend having gum. That's something to chew on, something to keep you occupied, and you feel like you're eating something even if you aren't able to. So I have this gum packed. I don't have any snacks in this hospital bag at the moment, but I do need to go buy some. Every time I buy snacks for this, I end up eating them before they make it into this hospital bag. So my plan is to go out this weekend and buy some snacks to add to this. I know my hospital does do food for me, and my husband can go and get food from the hospital as well, but I have been told at night when you're in between meals, you can get very hungry when you're breastfeeding, and it's really important to have some good snacks on hand. So I am planning on getting some snacks that will keep me full throughout the day and the night, since I tend to snack a lot at this point in my pregnancy as well. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is kind of a preference on what is important to you, but I have this little toiletry bag, and it has some things packed in it and other things that I haven't packed in there yet, but it has this pocket right here, and it has my face wipes in it, which is nice for just keeping yourself feeling fresh and not gross. I use these even when I don't have makeup, but it is the makeup removing wipes. And on this other side over here, I plan to add some makeup to this bag. I just have not done that yet because I am still wearing my makeup every once in a while, so I need to pack some in here, which I will probably do after I'm done filming this video so I do not forget. And the nice part about this particular makeup bag, toiletry bag that I'm using, is it has these see-through style zipper bags, which is really nice for if somebody else is helping you. I don't have to tell my husband, my mother-in-law, anybody, oh, you need to go in this pocket or that pocket. I can just ask for something and they can see directly through the bags, since they are clear, and find exactly what I want. So I'm just going to tell you guys what I have in here just for some recommendations if you need them. But I have 2 brand new toothbrushes of the kinds that we always use. I have some toothpaste and some floss in here. I have my little mini hairbrush, which I would recommend some type of hairbrush, comb, whatever is your preference. I have contact solution and a contact case. I usually wear my glasses, so my glasses will most likely be on my face, but for some reason if I'm going out in contacts, I'm going to try and remember to grab my glass case and throw it in this or the baby's bag before I go anywhere, just so I have my glasses with me. But majority of the time I wear my glasses, just not in videos. I have little mini shampoo and conditioners just in case I want to wash my hair. If I decide not to wash my hair, since I don't wash my hair very often, so I'm thinking as long as it doesn't get gross, I will probably just use my dry shampoo, since I have a little canister of dry shampoo. I also have a mini pouch in here, and it just has some Q-tips, some hair ties, some extra little things like that that I don't want to be all over the place, just inside there. I have some lotion, and something that is important to me but may not be important to everybody else is I have my little razor that is kind of like a easy use, you just put water on it, style razor, just because I hate to feel like I have hair on me. So I don't know if I'll use it. It may or may not be important to you guys. Some people really just don't care about that, but I just hate to feel my skin rub against each other when I have prickly legs. So I put that in my hospital bag. I know there may be some other things that other people may need, so I would really just recommend going through your day-to-day routine in the morning and the afternoon and think about what's important to you. now that I'm saying that, I realize I do need to put some face moisturizer in this, and I did clean out a container for it because I didn't want to take my whole moisturizer because it's so big. So I will leave this out, so I make sure I grab that as well to put my face moisturizer in here because I need my face moisturizer. It's really important to have somewhere you can take all of this. That way if I need to just leave this in the bathroom, I can just leave it in the bathroom while I am at the hospital. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show over here is my clothes that I'm taking with me. I think this is all clothes over here. What do you need, Mija? So the first thing I'm going to start with is my robe. So this is just a long robe. It goes down past my knees. It's kind of like an extra robe. It's not one I use often at my house, but it is one that we just have kind of around. So if it gets gross or anything, I don't have a problem just tossing this. But it's a fuzzy robe. It's not super thick, so with it being hot here, I don't have to worry about, you know, sweating or being too hot in my robe. But it is a nice add-on because the hospitals tend to be cold. And this allows me to breastfeed, everything like that, without having to wear actual clothes in the hospital. I can be covered up with a robe without having to stay in a gown or have different layers of clothes on. Easy to breastfeed, easy to do skin to skin with a robe. And since we're dealing with a world in the coronavirus time, I do have an extra face mask in here. My hospital requires that you wear a face mask anytime there is somebody in your room that is part of the hospital staff. So I have an extra one in here. I will obviously wear one when I go into the hospital that I have around the house, but for some reason if the one that I wear in there gets gross or something happens, I would just want to have a backup one. I'm sure they have disposable ones there they could provide me, but I do think this might be more comfortable for me, so I just have an extra fabric mask. If you are watching this video when coronavirus is still going on, if that's a concern with your hospital, I would recommend having some kind of extra mask, especially if you prefer a certain type. It will just help things feel more comfortable for you. And then another thing I have in here is, I believe this is a motherhood maternity little sleeping gown. And as you'll see in here, I don't have pants because I don't like wearing pants on a regular basis, especially right now with my belly being so big and everything just being really uncomfortable down there. I don't think after I give birth that I would want to wear pants either, so I didn't pack any. I packed things that were most comfortable for me, so whatever you feel most comfortable wearing now is probably what's going to feel the most comfortable for you to wear after you give birth, because your body is not going to go back to your before pregnancy body right away. So find things that you feel comfortable in wearing now with your big belly, and that should be comfortable for you when you are postpartum. So this is a little nursing gown. This is like a nightgown style thing, and it has the little nursing snaps, so you can open it up just like that. I threw this in here so that if I want to wear this around my hospital room, this is really nice and comfy. I have worn it a few times while being pregnant, and it is very comfortable, very soft. I love this thing. I also have a nursing bra, and this is the same thing. It snaps right here, opens up. This one has a little bit more kind of like cushion to it. It's definitely like a supportive bra without being an actual bra. And this is from Target. I'll show you guys what that looks like right there. I only packed one nursing bra, and this is probably what I will wear home from the hospital, or I will wear it with my robe just so I have a way to kind of like give myself some support and also a place to put the nursing pads against while I am in the hospital. I also grabbed 2 pairs of my post-pregnancy underwear. So these are really loose and they go up my stomach so they can hold everything in there comfortably. So if I need to wear a pad or anything, I have this to wear in there. I may not wear any of them. I may just wear diapers in the hospital, and that's also a nice thing about these gown style things. I don't have to worry about anything pressing up against my stomach or pressing up against the diaper I may be wearing, so it'll help me feel more comfortable. So then I have this long dress, and it is a maternity dress. Kind of show you guys what it looks like. But this is a maxi dress. It is very long, and it is pretty loose on me. Even being pregnant, I am due this month, which is crazy to think about. When this video goes up, I am due this month. So this is pretty loose on me. I could definitely breastfeed with this on, but it's also not unflattering in any way. So I can wear this out of the hospital and I don't have to worry about it clinging on tight to my belly. I don't have to worry about it being uncomfortable. I can feel nice and comfy in this from the hospital drive home. So the last few things I'm going to show you in my hospital bag might be hit or miss on whether or not you will need to bring them to the hospital with you. I am bringing these things because I have heard some mixed things from some people who have delivered at my hospital recently. Because of COVID, I have been hearing from some other recent birthing stories from my hospital that they are not very good about restocking or bringing things in that you need, since they are trying to limit the amount of time they spend in your hospital room. So if you run out of something, you really have to call and wait for a nurse to come in there and then ask them to bring those particular items in for you. So this may or may not be relevant in your situation, but just to explain why I am bringing them, I have 2 of these Depends diapers. I'm just sticking these in here for 2 reasons. One reason being that I'm not sure how many of the other diapers they may provide for me, and I have been told if you are a smaller woman, those diapers do not always stay on your body. And even in my 9 months pregnant, I am not very large, so I don't want to have a diaper falling off of me. So I did grab these just in case I need them. Another thing I have here are some nursing pads, which for the most part, your hospital should provide these for you, but just in case I cannot get my hands on them when I need them, I want to make sure I just have a few. That way I'm not leaking all over my clothes, especially when I go home. I want to make sure I at least have some to wear then. And the last item I have is some nipple butter, which I've shown this before. I've heard so many great things about this and I'm super excited to try it, but I wanted to make sure I bring it just in case I need it in that first day. I'm not sure how my breastfeeding experience is going to go, but I want to make sure it can be as enjoyable as possible, so I am just throwing this in here just in case I need it. My personal hospital bag has some room in it, and there's a good chance that I might throw some things in here for my husband. If you have your spouse or somebody coming with you and you want to make sure that they have clothes there if they're going to be staying there overnight with you, I would recommend you either stick this in your bag or provide another bag for them to carry in with their stuff. If my husband is able to be at the hospital and that time becomes closer, I do plan on throwing some clothes in here for him and some things, some toiletries and things like that that he may need, but I'm not going to pack those things until he is able to be there and we are aware that's going to happen. So I would recommend that you pack something for whoever is going to be your birthing partner, or ask them to pack it for themselves so that they have stuff as well. Because a lot of the times mother and baby is taken care of, but your extra guest is not so nicely cared for. The only thing that I have thought about adding to this hospital bag, which I'm kind of unsure about, so if anybody watching this video wants to add a comment on their opinion, is about bringing my boppy so that I have something for breastfeeding support. A lot of people say just use a regular pillow. The lactation specialist will, bring in pillows and have you just use normal pillows. So I'm not sure if it's necessary or not necessary, and I'm not sure how I feel about taking my boppy there and then bringing it home and not feeling like it's clean from being at the hospital with everything going on. So if it made a really big difference to you, please leave a comment below and let me know your opinion on it. Also, if there's anything else that I am missing from this mummy hospital bag, please let me know. This is going to be my first time giving birth, so I'm not really sure. I've tried to ask around to other ladies who have given birth at my hospital about what is important to them, and everybody has their own things that they like or don't like, or want or don't want. So I try to figure out what I think would be important to me, and I hope that this gives you guys some of a perspective of what might be important to you and help you guys pack your hospital bag as well. If you are interested in my baby's hospital bag, please stay tuned because that video should be coming up very soon if it is not already up. If you enjoy watching these types of videos, or if you are interested in seeing what our next chapter of life is going to look like, please subscribe and stay tuned for our other videos, since we will be having a baby boy hopefully this month. If not, he will be here in very early September. I am due August 30th, so it really could be any time now. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.